For 20 years, this movie has served as an inspiration for creatives the world over. And now it's our turn to take a look at it again, because I reviewed this game 5 years ago.
I really like that statue of him. Like, do you think they can get that to replace some of the Confederate statues taken down? Or just like, is that in San Francisco?
It's probably, considering the sorts of things you hear about Mr. Wiseau and the Disaster Artist, I feel like there'll probably be at least some amount of resistance to that.
That's a really terrifying sprite of Johnny.
It really captures his gremlin-like appearance.
Yeah, very goblin.
So I have to ask the important question first. Did you prep for this?
I didn't.
Oh.
Am I gonna forget? You know, I don't remember this part of the movie. This is probably my fault for not watching it again.
I rewatched both the movie and The Disaster Artist, and have discovered that I think this movie's cursed, because both discs of mine, like from the instant I've opened the box, they haven't worked right.
Oh good, you said high talkie, it's important.
Very important, have to. Very clear marker, but I've got other things to do here.
Oh my god, what? I don't remember that part of the movie. Is this going with the vampire lore, perhaps, from the,
Could you imagine... This game came out well before The Disaster Artist did. Could you imagine if they knew that bit when they were making this game?
Maybe it was just a lucky guess. Oh, he's turning himself in.
So I feel like we should probably get into our story on how we discovered the room. So I'm sure our two accounts are going to be very different.
Yeah. Yes. Well, how did you start then? How did you get in?
I'm sure it was the same for both of us. I'm pretty sure it would have started with the Nostalgia Critic review.
That's what I remembered. I couldn't remember if I was forgetting anything, but I think it was the Nostalgia Critic review. I think you must have sent it to me. I doubt I
must have, yeah.
Saw it on my own.
And then we had seen that review several times, and then we discovered back in those days that Adult Swim would air the movie every April Fool's Day. So we had that recorded, and I recall it taking us a couple hours to get through the movie because of all the times we had to pause and laugh.
Yeah, it took forever.
And
yeah,
in a sense we have seen it live. In a theater, I should say.
Yeah,
It was the riff tracks, but we did it.
Yeah, that was awesome. Riff tracks was great. I think this is one of those movies. I think this has got to be one of the movies I've seen the most times in my life. Like probably double digits for sure in various forms.
It's a quality viewing experience because you watch it and you really do have to wonder, how did this come into being?
I don't remember. You know, I guess Mark and the mother-in-law was really a pairing I'd never considered before.
Attraction to Mark runs in the family.
I guess so. Oh, thank God Denny's here.
Apparently his actor is one of the oldest actors on the set, which, first of all, 26, so he was younger than us still.
Oh my God. And he was older than the rest of them, huh? Well, not Tommy, I assume.
Of course not. But
Danny, what are you doing?
It's fairly surprising because he looks young. I have no trouble believing his age, at least.
Yeah, I guess he has kind of like a 13 or 30 face. Like I don't really know how old I would have thought he was. Oh God.
He do got them pecs.
Yeah, the pec definition is pretty impressive.
Alright, so I did have to think about, do I have to censor this game? The raw footage has not gotten any age restrictions, so I think we're okay.
Maybe even the censors didn't want to watch it.
If it's censored when you guys are all seeing this, then something changed. But I think I knew I'd be okay going in, because when I reviewed this game 5 years ago, I did censor it, but I missed a couple things, and I've had no trouble with that. So I think I might as well go into what this game is. This is a Flash game that was made by the creator of Newgrounds back in 2011, I want to say, early 2010s. Just purely out of love for this movie.
You can really feel the passion.
And thankfully, even though Newgrounds has the Ruffle emulator built into their site now, so you can still play it even without Flash.
Anniversary flowers for all occasions.
Which is fitting, because it's this movie's 20th anniversary the day you're watching this. Assuming you guys are seeing this the day it came out. I love the idea that there probably wasn't a transcript of this movie available when they made this, so they probably just had a DVD that they would just, like, keep clicking, pausing, just to make sure they got all of the dialogue in there.
Yeah, probably have the movie memorized by the end of this.
And the soundtrack, because it's all... The soundtrack of this game is all chiptune renditions of the movie soundtrack. And I feel like that's worth bringing up now, because the song that's playing is one of the several sex songs in the movie. It's called I Will. I kind of love this song. I have listened to it just on its own several times. So if anything legitimately good could come out of this movie, at least there's that.
I really liked the visible stink lines coming off of him before you shower.
Don't worry, she won't notice.
She looks dead, so...
Yeah, they didn't animate her.
She's fully dead. Rest in peace.
She's in the process of becoming a vampire herself.
Oh, that would explain all the creepy candles and...
So, it's been 20 years since this movie came out. Have you paid any attention to what Mr. Wiseau has done in that time?
I have. I saw, what was it? Best Friends, I think it was? Yeah, I watched that. I didn't watch the sequel yet. That movie was deranged.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen it. I've only seen the Nostalgia Critic review of it.
Yeah, he does collect teeth, which is fun. It's weird because, so I went into that one with low expectations because I thought, oh, he's too self-aware now. But even Tommy Wiseau being self-aware, like, there's still something not quite right about his thought processes. And so it doesn't feel like he, well, I don't want to say sold out or anything, but it's still, even in its self-awareness, has a very strange quality. It's
good that we're talking about the movie now. The fact that they call the Johnny Mark team in this Best Friends, I think, is perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Pure coincidence. So anyway, Chris R. No one is going to argue Best Actor in the movie.
Oh, hands down.
But beyond that, I love this actor, Dan Janjigian, because he has had quite a career. It fascinates me that he somehow managed to end up in this in the middle of it.
Isn't there some story behind...
There's a trophy for beating him in 3 turns, which requires perfect play. Just barely missed it. I've never gotten that trophy. So anyway, back to Dan. Yes, he is not an actor. He is only in the movie because his roommate was someone else in this movie, and he was just doing it as a favor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't they just like see him or something and just grabbed him?
The year before The Room, he competed in the 2002 Winter Olympics.
Really? For what?
On the Armenian bobsledding team.
I would never have guessed that in 1,000,000 years.
He came in 33rd place.
Did not know the Armenians had a bobsled. It's no help for you.
There's one person in this town.
Yeah, that guy gets it.
And in the years since, Dan Janjigian also has run for a seat in the House of Representatives in Texas.
Did he also come in 33rd?
He lost in the primaries.
Okay, yeah.
But I looked into his platform. Not impossible. I would have voted for him if I had the opportunity.
Oh yeah, what was he running on?
He's very big on health insurance.
Okay, that's good. I'd support that.
I noted he did not have anything to say on the topic of drug use.
Okay.
Very, very suspicious, if you ask me.
Well, if Vermin Supreme ever needs a running mate.
He also has a YouTube channel with a decent number of videos. It's not impossible that this video will get more views than most of his.
Oh, jeez. You should have him as a guest star on for somebody.
I thought of something else. The actor Eric Roberts. Mm-hmm. He's done a million things. He was in The Dark Knight. He was in A Talking Cat. That man will do anything. I wish I had thought to ask him when I reviewed the Danny Phantom games. Because he was in an episode of Danny Phantom. I feel like it's not impossible he might have made a guest appearance.
He was the master in the Doctor Who movie in 1996.
Yes.
That's where I know him from. Wow, I would have killed to have seen him in one of your videos.
So because this entire game is done from Johnny's perspective, there's a lot of things that you either have to hear about secondhand, like this, or there's scenes that are skipped. I feel it actually works in the game's favor, because there's so many pointless scenes in this movie that he's just not there for. So all of the conversations Lisa has with her mother, we just don't have to worry about them.
So we don't even know she has breast cancer?
We hear that. That's the only important thing we have to know.
We don't have to hear about her selling her house or whatever the other pointless stuff she says is.
I've also made I've decided that if I ever do get cancer of any sort, that's how I'm breaking the news. I'm just gonna send that clip.
I definitely have, and then just
dub in.
Yeah, dub in.
Whatever it actually is.
I definitely have pancreatic cancer.
There it is.
Oh, thanks. Just told us on the street outside.
So we got off topic from this before. The timing of this is also somewhat fortuitous because just a couple months ago, Tommy Wiseau wrote, directed, produced, starred another movie. It's called Big Shark.
Oh, I forgot about Big Shark. I was meaning to watch that.
I think it's still on its premiere circuit, so there isn't a way to watch it yet.
Oh, good. I haven't missed anything.
And will it be any more entertaining than The Tommy Wise Show?
Could it be worse?
It can't, actually. Tommy Wise Show is awful. For anyone who doesn't know that, because I guarantee you knowledge of that has pretty much faded from public consciousness. That was a web series that Machinima did probably back in 2013 or something. It was pretty much just lock Tommy Wiseau on a set and have him play a video game, hope he says something funny. And he doesn't. It's just really awkward watching him play Mortal Kombat.
I would love to see what he would do in The Sims, though, or something like that. Like the decisions he would make.
Yeah. Have him play a Telltale or a David Cage game. Which is actually, it'd be very impressive to see him play a David Cage game, because the characters in those are already weird and inhuman.
Oh good, this is my least favorite scene in the movie. Creeps me out so bad.
You don't care about how Lisa loves him as a person? As a human being? That's probably the best of his accent. I just love it.
It's a really good delivery. Is Denny he's in school, right? Canonically?
Yeah, he's in college. He also has a girlfriend that they mention in that one scene.
Oh, I forgot about that. $1 billion cheesecakes?
Here's the question for any super fans of this game. You can come into the shop and buy as many things as you want, and it does take away from your money. Is it possible to drain yourself of your $6 million?
Oh my god.
Off of a couple dollar purchases.
Sitting there for 10 hours, cheesecake grinding away.
Exactly. It's a Flash game, so at the very least you could. It probably wasn't too hard to look at the code and find out.
Oh, so we saw Michelle, but we didn't see her boyfriend. So how will I know that chocolate is the symbol of love?
Or hear Claudette's perfect reaction of, what are these characters doing here?
Eternal question.
Is that a JoJo reference?
So that, of course, is the classic tearing me apart line. I am of the opinion that that line immediately following, do you understand life? Do you? That's just as good.
Yeah. Ugh, that screen cap is killing me. It's brutal.
That should have been how Mario 2 ended, with Mario just opening his eyes like that.
He's laying there like the grandpa in Stardew Valley.
The dead one?
Yeah,
Okay. Honestly, I'm amazed I even knew that. I've never played Stardew Valley. Don't worry, we do still get to see Mike.
Oh, thank God. Really like the expression they used in the little picture for him there. Classic Mike.
I'll give the actor for him this. He's trying. He may not be focused or directed, but he's trying.
I don't really know what you do with me underwears.
Oh, you sponsor 1 million YouTube channels. Stay tuned for our Raid Shadow Legends LP next year. So that's the nice thing about having a tiny YouTube channel that doesn't make any money. I don't have to worry about that kind of... I don't have to sell out like that.
Yeah, Ducky and I were talking about that with our podcast the other day of like, it's so great to know that we're never gonna get any sponsors ever for this thing. Nobody would pay us money for this show.
Which is great for the viewer, because I listen to podcasts on my drive to work, and it's so awful when they start a sponsored ad, and I'm like, I'm driving, but I want to skip this. See, what if he was one of those characters that just never appeared again after this?
Oh, they just killed him implied?
Yeah, he's just dead. It's fine.
Is the skeleton the last guy they threw into the alley? That's Peter before he got recast.
That should have been a subplot in the game. That there's just every once in a while you go into the alley, there's another skeleton.
How many showers per day does this man take?
It's never more than one, which is good, because I don't want to have to keep skipping this. He lives a very active life.
Then why did you bring... Yeah, eternal question.
There he is.
Woo! My best friend is here.
That picture of him they chose for his portrait. Why is it cropped so weird? He's not in the movie that much, but I'm sure you can get a better shot of him somewhere.
He just kind of looks like AVGN.
I'm thinking someone else, but I can't think of who.
Yeah, I feel like I was thinking that too, but...
So anyway, not the best actor in the movie, but easily the best character.
Yeah.
In the actual movie continuity, he's the only one with any sense. He's a perfectly reasonable guy, and he almost gets killed for it. I love this conversation, by the way. Johnny just brings up, I think my wife is cheating on me. Mark comes in, he's like, yeah, I have a girlfriend, she's married. No one puts the dots together.
Ugh, best bit. Yeah, I like that Johnny's first assumption is, oh, is she too old for you? Or whatever. Like, I'm not sure that's what I would have guessed, my man.
Yeah, he's very, very trusting that he doesn't suspect anything.
What's the interesting part? That's a good question mark.
Yes. So I personally think that Johnny is putting the pieces together, and he's just playing it coy for now. And he's getting his revenge on Mark, in a subtle way. Or maybe this is just a normal.
Oh,
maybe this is just a normal Wiseau sandwich.
Yeah, grab your rat. What food is that? Oh, ham.
By the way, I think I'm a little bit messed up when I was saying Johnny's getting his revenge. I almost wasn't thinking for a second and just naturally said revengeance. So that rat sandwich is just gonna sit there uneaten. A perfectly good rat sandwich. Never opened. Never enjoyed.
That rat died for nothing.
That's a different side of the bad movie experience.
What, the dead rat?
No, I was quoting Food Fight.
That was a perfectly good bag of chips. Never opened. Never enjoyed.
Oh my god. I've blocked out so much of that movie.
And we can go into it next time.